Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm still playing Charlemagne. We're getting now more and more to the end of the game. The year is now 801 to 805. And at the moment it's looking pretty grim for the Empire. I mean, compared to their starting position, they gained more or less nothing, except for one of these civilization markers. But they lost a few castles, basically these three here, and they've lost Thuringia. Well, okay, I mean, they managed to Christianize Thuringia and Saxony. That gives them also 2 additional points. But overall, that wasn't too great for them until now. The tribal player is now in a very strong position. He controls the Emirate of Cordoba, Lombardy, Byzantine, Saxony, Denmark, the Norse, the Slavonics, and in addition a few small ones. So basically all Europe, or big parts of Europe, are under his control at the moment. So, but that may change now because, I mean, obviously the more he controls, the greater the risk that he will lose something during the event phase. So let's see. Well, that's a 14. That is not a rebellion. It's a historical crisis. Both players must return all stratagem markers currently in their position to the pool. Exception leaders. Now that definitely sucks for both of them. Okay. So, and then we come to the stratagem phase. And let's see, right now he gets only a single stratagem because no other civilization marker or center is under the control of the tribal player. So that's a missionary here. And yeah, then we get the money, and that will be a ton. It will be a ton this time. Simply because he controls Byzantine and the Emirate of Cordoba. These two give him 8 additional money, in addition to all these castles that he now also controls. So that's going to be a lot of money. So the tribal player had an income of 23, but he invested quite a bit, especially in stratagem markers. I think he bought 6, 8, 10 stratagem markers, so he had to pay 20. But he had also income left, so he was at 36. But yeah, he paid $20 for stratagem markers, but it paid off. He ended up now with a leader here in Zaragoza, and he has a leader here with the Saxons. And of course the leader he had before here in Zurich from Lombardy. So he has now 3 really potent armies. In addition, these Slavonic riders here that will come from the east. He's building up a Byzantic army here in Venice, and we also have a field army here in Zagreb. So yeah, it's looking grim for the empire. He has a lot of options now. So yeah, I think I might actually start with these guys and attack here these areas, or this area, and let's see what we roll. Okay, that is then 6 plus 18, so that brings us to 24 points. Question is, can we make it to Limoges? Or can we even attack both? That's a little harder to take out here. Now let's see. Well, actually, yes, we can try to attack Septimia and Limoges. Then Spain will be completely open, but if this army here should then decide to grab the castles, then we simply have the option to come back in the next turn. In case I mean, there is of course the risk that Charlemagne will kill us off. But yeah, I think I wanna, I don't know, I mean the other option would be to say, hey, we move here, kill these guys and simply move back, right? Maybe that is a better idea. You know what? I think I want to do that. So yeah, so I'm gonna move these guys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we got an attack, makes it 10. We can plunder this shit, makes it 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, easy. Okay, maybe I should actually go to Barcelona then, because then the way is faster through here. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, let's attack. Well, can I attack these guys, and then make it back? Holy moly. Now here in Narbonne we have an attack on the 2-to-1 table. That's a 3. That means the defender is defeated. They gotta retreat 2 spaces, lose 1 unit, or half the strength points. Let's see. Yeah, half the strength points. That sucks. So they actually lose the good one. But I mean, that's not a big difference. They will simply get it back. Is it this one? Yeah. Yeah. And they gotta retreat, so I guess they're gonna move here then. And that allows us to enter that space with 1 additional point. So for now we have spent 11. And then we're gonna plunder this space. So that's yeah, let's simply go ahead. That's not too great. That's a 2. I think it's still a success. Yeah, but he will get a reaction marker. Well, but that's okay. I mean, that is just more than likely. Okay, that's a military advance. That's not so great for the tribal player. But okay, this Narbonne is now destroyed. And that also gives the tribal player a buck. Now let's see, can we continue to Marseille, for example? One. Okay, we cannot go there, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Do an attack makes it 7, 9. And oh, that we don't have enough to move back then. Okay, so what I want to do is I simply go back to Barcelona. And that's it. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's activate the Saxons now. And they have a lot of options here. They can move right into Austrasia, right into the heart of the Frankish Empire. There is no army left. Remember, we've beaten the Frankish army in the last video. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, that's 6 then, plus, let's say 12, so we are at 18 here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave these slow ones behind. We can use them as a garrison. So that's then 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. And 2 for the attack, so that brings us to, that costs us 12, so that's 6 then. And of course we attack Aachen. I mean, these guys are pretty strong, but you know, we still want to do it, I guess. Or won't we? Yeah. You know, that's I mean, maybe we could also go to one of these areas, right? I mean, why go for the one which is so terribly hard defended? It's hard to tell. It really is. Okay, here's the problem. I mean, I think it doesn't make a lot of sense to move against Aachen. I think I cannot beat these guys. I mean, I have a military advance marker, but well, I could try it. The other option would be to go against, for example, this one here. That would give me some additional stratagem markers. And then simply move back, for example, to Erfurt. And maybe do a vassalage attempt or something in the next turn. Hard to tell. I think I'm going to roll a die for that. On a 1 to 3, I'm moving against Aachen. No. Okay, so we're going to play it safe. So 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and then a 10 against these guys, and well, pretty sure that should simply give us a few stratagem markers then. Yeah, that's a 5, so we get 2 stratagem markers for destroying these guys. I think we started at 16? No, it was 18, I think. So we are now at 8. And yes, 2 stratagem markers. And I mean, I could now still consider moving against Aachen. Well, maybe now it's a better option. I have my stratagem markers. The Frankish General Assembly. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That would help me getting to Thuringia. So I might actually... And that is a vassalage. You know what? I'm going to go for Erfurt. and try then to do this Frankish assembly to get Thuringia. I think that makes sense. And then we have the Danes. I mean, on the other hand, yeah, we got these Danes here, right? So it would be cool to knock out Aachen. On the other hand, quite a few forces are kind of bound there now. Okay, so we're gonna move these guys here, the Danes, to Bremen. We're gonna rotate that. And we're gonna move the guys from Hamburg to Schleswig as garrison units, or one of them actually. Okay. Okay, what I want to try is let me see if that makes any sense at all. I mean, I'm considering trying to make Lombardy pagan. I think I want to try that. It's kind of crazy, but it would help me a lot, because it would make a vassalage attempt for the other guy much harder, and it costs him, of course, a point. I could also try that with Saxony, but I think Lombardy is the stronger country. So yeah, I want to do that. I'm going to throw in, I got 2 missionary chits, and I control all the castles. So I guess basically that would bring me to 3, but then we got a -1 because it's a Christian region. So we're sitting here on the 2 conversion differential, and that means only a 5 or 6 is a success. But it would be awesome if we could do that. Ah, shit. Fuck. Yeah, okay. Well, that was unlucky, but okay, I think it was worth a shot. Would definitely have been fun. Okay, now what do we want to do next? Well, we still have this big army here. The question is, what do we want to do with these guys? Can we attack Strasbourg? Does that make sense? Yeah, I think it does. I mean, they are definitely not super strong. So we might move into Strasbourg. Yeah, I want to do that. So let's roll a die. Okay, that is good. That's 8. We can add 12, so we have 20 points. It's quite a lot to do some damage. Okay, so we move here. 1 point. And then we attack Strasbourg, so that brings us then to 16. Okay, let's see what we got. Well, we have here, that's 24, 25. We can double that, so we have 50 points. These guys have exactly 10, 11. They can triple that. So they are at 33. So that means I got 1.5. The number of points they have. I think that is okay. Yeah, wow, that's a 6. Awesome. So they are completely destroyed. That is just great. And well, this general goes into the cup. And the troops are all gone. Okay. Then I'm going to enter the space and do a plunder action. Pretty sure that's just a reaction. Yeah, fuck. Honest coinage. That's not bad. Okay. Well, I could try another plunder action, I guess. Yeah, why not? Let's try it again. On the other hand, you know, what about moving here? That would be 4, 5, attacking is 8, moving in is 9. Well, I could do it. I could hang out in Verdun then. Yeah, I'm gonna go with another plunder action. Okay, this was a success. Took us a while. It's a big city, I guess. So still another stratagem marker, but Strasbourg is nothing but a ruin. Okay, and now we can continue moving. So we cross here the mountains. So that is 4, 5, and then we attack Verdun. They are not very strong, so I guess that brings us then to 2, 3, 4, 5. And okay, I wonder if I think I didn't take my 2 markers for the success of the Battle of Strasbourg. So that gives me a missionary. That's kind of neat. And let's see. That's another missionary. Well, I'm actually tempted to try Lombardy again, but I'm not sure if I can do that twice per turn. Let me check that. Could try another missionary attempt, but I'm gonna throw in my espionage to see what the other guy has. And we see he's got a military advantage and a missionary marker. So I think it doesn't make a lot of sense to try it. I'm going to keep my missionary marker for defensive options now. Okay, and we're going to do an attack here, of course. So again, we have 24. 25 makes it 50 versus 8. Okay, that's pretty easy to take out. Oh, that's a 2. But that still should be good enough. Yeah, the defender is defeated. But he only loses 1 of his units. And that means that we only get 1 point. Still, he has to retreat. 1, I mean, he could move in here. Yeah, I think that's what he does. And these guys will now await the forces of Charlemagne in Verdun. Okay. And it's another stratagem marker. That's a treachery. Pretty awesome. Okay, but the tribal player is not done yet. Okay, I think... Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna move, I think, simply. Do I want to go here or north to Ravenna? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go to Ravenna here. Bring that under my control. Gives me another income. Okay, I've moved already these guys. So let me see what's left. Maybe not that much. Well, I can still do my Norse, for example, and the Slavonics. But first we can do here. Yeah, we got here the Danes. So maybe they can do an attack against one of these. Well, that's quite heavily protected. Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense actually. What about here? Still, I'm pretty weak here with the Danes, so I don't think I want to do that. I don't know what to do with those. The Norse, well, hard to tell. I don't know if there is something of interest they can do. Honestly, I have my doubts. I mean, they could try to move here, but Bologna is still plundered. The others are quite heavily protected here, the other harbor cities. So there is not really a lot I can do with these guys at the moment. Simply because now my other armies are sitting here in Winchester and Canterbury and generating income for me, so I cannot use them for attacks anymore. If they would fight together, it would be more interesting, obviously, but like that, I don't see a lot of options for these, Viking type units. I'm gonna leave them. I'm gonna leave them here in Scandinavia for this turn. But we got the Slavonics, and they still pose a threat. Sadly, I don't have a leader for these. That would be awesome. Still, I mean, they can do quite some damage, I guess, or at least pose a threat. They could, for example, attack this poor sucker here. I mean, the bad part is, it would be awesome for them if they could find a castle to hide. Maybe they can make it to Zurich. Let's see. Okay, they're sitting here in the east. Nah, that's only a 1. That's not too great. That would be only 13. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. Yeah, it works just out. We can make it to Zurich. That's okay. It's not fantastic, but it's something. And I mean, of course, Charlemagne can easily kill them, but no matter what I do, he can easily kill them. So yeah, I think these are my best odds, sitting here, and at least it might keep him a little busy. There are no castles left here to plunder, so yeah, I think it makes sense to do that. Okay, so I think I'm done with the tribal player. The turn itself was not too horrible for Charlemagne. It was just 2 castles plundered, but there are quite a few threats now. We have 4 armies basically, or maybe 5 if you count the Danes as an army. We have 4 to 5 big armies here, another one forming here. So he has somehow to deal with at least some of these guys now. So let's see what happens. Okay, so of course the Empire player hopes for some revolts of the tribal players' nations. Well, that looks now interesting. That's a 55. So yes, we might see, for example, a revolt of the Emirat of Cordoba. So he rolls a die here. And that is a 6, so no effect there. That was bad luck. Asturias, also no effect. And Navarre, yeah, okay, nothing happened there. Bad luck for the Empire player again. And the stratagem phase allows him to draw 4 stratagems. So we got a missionary here, a general. That might be useful, but I'm not sure. We have already a ton of them. Yeah, I don't know where to place that sucker. Here, or it really is hard to tell. I mean, yeah, okay, let's place him here, mainly for protection purposes. So that was then the second one, I guess. Third one, that is a vassalage. And finally, that's another vassalage. Okay, now I think he's gonna try to get Lombardy back to neutral here with a vassalage attempt. That is his big goal. So he throws in the 2 vassalage markers. However, the other guy has the Crown of Pavia, which cancels them both. And I mean, he might even consider throwing in another vassalage marker, because then, I mean, he's still got a +1 because of the Christian thing, and if he throws in another vassalage marker, it would be at 0. That might be worth it. Let's see, on a 1 to 5, I want to do that. Yeah. Okay, so that goes also in the cup. And now the other guy needs a 6 to be successful. And he definitely isn't. He actually gets back. The other guy gets back a stratagem marker. And that's another vassalage one. Yeah, so until now it sucked for the Empire once again. But we have now this big army here, and we can still hire some forces. And that army is definitely the most important force, led by Charlemagne, which is momentarily on the board. So we're gonna do some real damage with these guys, and I'm pretty sure we can knock out a few armies of the tribal player with them. Okay, I also played my marker, the honest coinage, which basically doubled my income. So 1 additional income per castle, but because I don't get anything other than castles, I had a pretty good income. I invested in a few armies, but mainly I got to keep my money for provisioning some of these quite big forces that I have now. And yeah, so I say we kick it off, and wow. Okay, that's for example a massive force that we have here. So I'm kind of tempted to use these guys maybe against these here, but they are also pretty big. Holy shit. But I could at least... damn it. Oh boy. Maybe I can use these to move down here. It's tough. It really is. It's a tough decision. So my decision is the following. First of all, I'm going to simply move here and try to hunt these suckers down. That should be pretty easy. I'll just do it for the stratagems. Okay, that's a 6. So they are completely wiped out. These are Danes, I think, yeah. And then I'm simply going to move back. That gives me 2 cheap stratagems. That's good. And my plan is now to actually gather additional forces here, so that I have then 2 massive armies, which will be then enough to come to the 2-to-1 table against these kind of armies, even if they are sitting inside a fortress, or at least a 1.5-to-1 table against the big ones like here in Erfurt, which is not the case right now. Okay, that is another leader. Yeah, that's not so great, because, you know, I have a ton of them. The only cool part is that it helps me because the other guys don't have them. There should be a limit or so that you can only have so many leaders. I think that would be a helpful house rule. We have a vassalage attempt here. I guess that would make sense, because, you know, otherwise you can end up with all the leaders while the other guy doesn't have any of them, and that is definitely a big, big problem then. Okay, so what happens right now? Well, we're going to activate... Well, I think first I want to activate these... Do I? Yeah, I want to activate these 2 units and bring them also here. That will cost me a lot for provisioning, but I got then these massive armies. By the way, there is a stacking limit of 10. I cannot go beyond 10, no matter how much provisioning I pay. So that is the stacking limit. But still, that is... I got a lot of money, so I think I want to do that. And now we're going to activate Charlemagne and try to get rid of these 2 big armies here. And then... maybe Charlemagne can in general handle more the southern area, while this massive army then can go against the north. Okay, now let's see. We have... But problem is, of course, the provisioning. We cannot keep on fighting with 2 of these big armies. You know what? I'm actually considering, instead of placing the leader here, I think I'm going to place him with this guy. So if I split the army, which I might do, they still both have a leader. Okay, now I'm going to activate Charlemagne, and we'll see what he rolls. Wow, wow, boy. Okay, that's an 18 plus 12, I guess. Yeah, so he's got 30 points. Now that is a lot. Let's see what we can do with that. Okay, so here's the cool thing. Charlemagne can actually attack all these three armies here. These guys, and these guys in Erfurt. So if he moves here, 1, 2, 3, then does the attack, makes it 6, then 7, 8, 9, crosses the river, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, the attack is 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26. Actually, he doesn't even have to cross that river. 24, 25, 26, 27. And then he has 3 left to attack these guys here in Zurich. I mean, he cannot enter the city then, but still, he manages to destroy 3 armies if he can do it. So let's follow this idea. And we're going to move here. So let's see what my strength is. I have 36, 37. Ooh, that's a lot. 37. Now that is, wait a minute, that's 90, 111. Yeah, that's obviously a massive force. These guys have 24, 25. They have 75. Well, that's still not bad, right? So I'm actually throwing in my military advance marker, and I think he might do the same. Will he? Hard to tell. I mean, he can then keep it on the 1.5 to 5 table, and I think he wants to do that. 75 against 111. Is that on the 1.5? I'm not absolutely positive, actually. 75. Does that make any sense? Yeah, we got 25 there. Okay, 75. So half of that means 35. It's something like 37, 38, right? No, wait a minute. Yeah, something like that. So let's say it's about 38. We add that to 75. Makes it... That's not quite enough. That's not even on the 1.5 table. That is on the 1-on-1 table. Holy shit. Okay, so that is obviously a pretty big risk here. But, I mean, let's face it. Seems like we gotta do it. Otherwise, I'm really surprised that I don't have more here. But that's probably simply true. So we'll roll a die and we'll see what happens. Okay, that's a 4. I think that's a win for the... Pretty sure that's a win for the... That's a defender defeated. However, he has the Spear of Longinus, which will allow him a reroll. And he plays that. Yeah, so we'll see what that means. And that's a 2. That's much better for the player, for the tribal player, because that means that the attacker is defeated and they're going to lose half their units, I think. That sucks, obviously. So actually we had to eliminate 4 units. It says eliminate at last half of the attacking strength force, because of that one additional point. That means we had to eliminate more than 18. So that was so painful. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat into Besançon and then activate this unit here and also bring it to Besançon. And yeah, that was definitely very, very bad. And that shows how hard it actually is to attack guys inside a castle. You know, you might like that or not about the game, but even with a big force, even under the lead of Charlemagne, it's not for sure that you will win, actually. Considering attacking here, but I'm definitely not strong enough to do that. And I think that's it. There is actually not a lot more that I can do at that point. Fuck. I mean, I might consider that guy kind of blocks the way to Limoges. That's not so bad. Oh boy. I don't think I can do anything else here. Well, maybe I can bring this sucker somewhere else so that he just doesn't give easy points. Maybe to Aachen. I mean, yeah, why not? I'm going to retreat with him to Aachen. That's one additional point that I have to pay, but it's better than giving the other guy 2 stratagem markers for free, more or less. Yeah, okay, I mean, that sucked, man. That was a really bad turn. And but what else should I have done? I mean, I had to try to get rid of these guys. They're sitting right in the middle of the Frankish Empire now, and they can now do a lot of damage here. They can go to Reims, they can go to Paris, and really do a lot of destruction there. And I don't have the feeling that the Franks can get some glorious victory out of this game. They only have 10 years time left, but if they are not very lucky, then their empire will be pretty hosed in 10 years. But of course, in this game, you can never say, you know, if there is some kind of rebellion or so, then these forces might simply end up neutral, and then they're more or less just sitting there and nothing else happens. Okay, for now, I'm going to leave you with that, and hope to see you in the next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.